Nation states, all nation states, rely and depend on some idea of ethnos or ethnic exclusivity that sets them apart from other nations. There's no way to have an idea of oneself as being a nation connected to a state without having an idea that on the nation side, there is a people which is somehow special. What I call the anxiety of incompleteness is that because of this ethnocentricity of the nation, there is an idea of purity which has a kind of 100% quality about it. And what minorities do is disturb that. They make it seem like we're almost completely pure, except for these people. Minorities produce this anxiety of incompleteness on the part of all nation states. And then when there are extraneous tensions, typically economic tensions, but also political tensions, or today, as I will soon argue, public health tensions, this virus, this worry about anxiety of incompleteness is activated. But there's excellent documentation that in at least 3 or 4 countries in Southern and Eastern Europe, and we still don't know the full story with Western and Northern Europe, where there are, of course, Roma populations, but we still don't have as good reportage. The case in Bulgaria, in Romania, in Greece, and at least 1 or 2 other countries, Slovakia, is of heavy-handed targeting, both in propaganda as well as in police attention, de facto imprisonment. So in effect, camps have been created. So Roma populations were already in some isolation, already heavily subject to discrimination, stereotyping, and isolation in terms of all national resources in all these countries, now suddenly are seen as people whose very wildness makes them undisciplined, makes them non-observant of the rules for managing COVID, and therefore is posing a real and present danger to the entire national population. So things come full circle on the question of the anxiety of incompleteness, the idea of impurity, the idea of public health hazard. COVID brings it in a terrible way together. And I want to make a couple of remarks on this, that this is true for China with its minorities, with the Uyghur. So any place you have a minority under suspicion, when COVID arrives, that minority immediately attracts massive attention.